Why did the Latin American debt crisis happen? Imagine a region full of promise, borrowing money to build roads, schools, and industries. But suddenly, everything changes, and the economy faces a huge shock. That's what happened during the Latin American debt crisis. It all started in the 1970s when many countries in Latin America borrowed large sums of money from international banks. These banks had plenty of cash because, exporting countries, making huge profits from soaring oil prices, deposited their money there. Latin American governments borrowed heavily to fund development projects and pay for imports, especially after oil prices quadrupled between 1973 and 1980. Some oil-producing countries in the region also took on debts, thinking high oil prices would last forever and make repayment easy. But then the global economy shifted. In 1979, the United States Federal Reserve, led by Paul Volcker, raised interest rates sharply to fight inflation. By 1981, the interest rates reached as high as 20%. This made borrowing costs much more expensive for Latin American countries because most of their loans were in US dollars with variable interest rates. At the same time, the world economy went into a recession, and Latin America's main exports, like copper, coffee, and oil, saw their prices drop significantly. Countries earned less from exports, but their debt payments stayed high. Currency values also changed. Many Latin American currencies depreciated against the US dollar, which meant it cost more in local money to pay back foreign loans. This combination of rising debt costs, falling export income, and currency depreciation created a serious liquidity problem. Countries like Mexico announced they could no longer meet their debt payments in August 1982, which marked the start of the crisis. This default shook investor confidence, leading to a wave of debt renegotiations and a sharp cut in new international lending to the region. The crisis caused what is called the lost decade for Latin America. Economies stagnated, unemployment soared, and some countries faced hyperinflation. Efforts to fix the crisis through austerity measures and fiscal adjustments made things worse initially, causing more hardship. The event revealed how risky it is for countries to relying heavily on borrowing from abroad and exporting commodities. It also showed how global monetary policies, commodity prices, and international lending practices can deeply impact developing economies. The crisis eventually led to new ways of managing debt, like the Brady Plan in the late 1980s, which helped restore growth and stability to the region.